Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk about my motorcycle Yamaha XT660Z from 2008. Today I'm gonna talk about the work that I did on the suspension of my bike. Let's start by talking about the original suspension, why I choose to change them besides trying to modify them. So the original suspension of this bike are the Paoli 43mm traditional suspension in the front, and in the back we have sacks. So I changed it in the rear with a TFX suspension that is completely oil inside. The decision was based by, I don't know, it was my first time choosing a brand new suspension. I also wanted to try that, and I figured out that it was amazing. I think that they are better than Öhlins or other brands that made suspension for this bike as well. There is not much to say about it. It's a completely different suspension from the original one. This has a high speed and low speed setup for the bike. It also comes with two different models. The one that with the standard preload, that you have to bring out your tool and rotate the ring on the suspension to get it harder to compress, and the other one that has this kind of mechanism in the outside part that is completely hydraulic, and by rotating it you can set a different compression of the spring. In the front, the front suspension is something that many of you ask to me from where they come from, how did I adapted them to my bike, what kind of modification we have to do. So basically on the bike I have a VP suspension that come from 2009 KTM XC450. These suspensions are completely modified in the interior part. And how did I adapt them to my motorcycle? Well, I took the OTR triple clamp to put this fork on my motorcycle. This modification is expensive, because they are very expensive, but it makes the deal. So after this modification, I started to ride my bike. I did almost 15,000 kilometers on it, and if there is something that I can find that is not so good on this modification, is that is a completely different bike. It doesn't look like the previous bike with the original suspension. Is something really better. After this, I can tell you that if you don't want to spend that much money on your motorcycle, you can modify the original one, but they will never be as good as this one. I know it's something very drastic to do. It's something really long. It takes time to do all the modification, but really there is nothing like this. I like it a lot, especially in the single track, when there is such a bad situation. You can see maybe in my Instagram profile, if you are a follower of that website in particular. Always happen that I'm in a very bad situation, so having a bike that allows you to do stuff that lighter bike do is something that you can believe. I didn't mention before, but I will post all the link of the pieces that I use on my motorcycle to build it in the description of every video that will come out soon on my channel. And every part, every single tools and everything that I have or I carry, I recommend to you will be posted on the link in the description. For this episode, I think it's all. If you have any questions, anything that you want to tell me, ask me. Feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about this modification. If you have any question to make to me. For the moment is all. Thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to share, comment, and put a like, and do everything you want. And see you in the next video. Thank you and bye bye.